Hi everybody, welcome back to Rides and Tides Adventures, and today we are doing the long awaited because I've been saying this the last couple of videos, the passenger armrest install. So I'm trying to get you a shot of the part number that I use for the passenger armrest on this 2026 Can-Am Spyder Sea to Sky. So if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. Give me a big old fat thumbs up. Let me know if you got any value out of the video. And if you're a returning subscriber, glad to have you back with us, guys. Certainly growing the channel, and I'm getting a lot of good positive comments and some questions. So you know what? That's basically why I'm doing the channel. So yeah, as we do the install, I'll kind of go over the reasons why I felt the passenger armrests, not necessarily for me, but for my wife, why I think that's going to be a benefit to her. Now, we've never driven a Spyder with armrests. I'm only going by the information that I've gathered from other videos and basically Facebook groups as to the reasons why their passengers like these armrests. So we'll get into that. And as always, I'll go through a tool list and I'll give you my evaluation out of 5 about the difficulty of the install. Now, the book says about an hour. I think we can get this done in less than an hour. I'll show you the one side, and obviously we have to do both sides, but I'll just show you the video on the one side just to make it a nice, a quick video for you. And what I'll do is I'll get this lower down. It's currently on the lift now. I'll get this lower down off the lift, get this driver's side backrest off, and get this passenger seat off, and then we'll get at it. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, so here we are with the machine down on the ground, firm, level, stable surface, driver's backrest removed, passenger seat removed. Now, anybody that's not too sure on how to do that, check my last video out on the top case removal. I went into that procedure step by step. So pretty straightforward. Driver's backrest off, passenger seat off, and that will leave you with 2 screws to take this trim cover off. And I believe they're T15, so we're going to remove those. Nice and simple. Now, the nice thing about BRP products is they give you everything you're going to need for the install. So all new hardware, everything comes with the kit. It's beautiful like that. So yeah, let's pull this cover off. Simple, just like that. And we'll get the new cover, we'll get that situated, and then we'll probably put the armrest bracket on first, install that, and then we'll come back and put that cover on. Okay, let's get at that. Okay, with that trim piece removed, we're going to pull this cuff up off the passenger handle itself, and you're going to see that there's a little bit of an indent on the armrest bracket itself. That's going to sit on top of that round tube, and then it's going to get bolted. You'll see a nut welded onto the frame here itself. So you're going to want to pull this cuff up a little bit, tilt it in until you feel it gets seated, which is where it is now. And then you're just going to lower it down. You're going to put this M7 bolt in through that hole. And I'm going to get you the torque value of that M7 bolt. Now keep in mind that there's thread lock on there, so as you're putting it in, you're going to feel some resistance. You may think it's getting cross-threaded or whatever, but you should be fine. Put that in there. I'll give you the torque value, so when you're doing it at home, you know what the value is. Okay, so I will look for that value now. I'll torque it, and then we'll move on to the install of this trim piece here. Now again, that plastic piece on the handle, use a body panel tool to kind of tuck that in there and dress that up. We'll get at that in a minute. Okay, let's get that bolt tightened up. Okay, so I found the torque value. That was 21 foot-pounds. I left my torque wrench at work, so I don't have that here. So I will torque that. It's easy access, so I'll torque that next time I have the passenger seat off. So the next part that we're going to install is the trim piece that they give you. It's a little bit shorter than the original one, and they say in the instruction manual to put this in before you do the bracket, but what I noticed was the bracket was a little bit more difficult to install if this was in first. So I'm going to just simply put this trim piece in now that let me stop shaking you around here because you need to see what's going on here. That all just snapped in there. Move that forward. Now it's already tucked underneath this boot, or this, what I call a cuff. And voila, just as easy as that. Stick the original screw that was in there from when we took the original trim piece off. Voila. Everything's good there. Next is the armrest itself, and we'll get into the adjustments as I bring this up. Okay. Okay, so what's left next is the armrest itself. So if you take a look here, you'll see that there's 4 holes for adjustment. So you'll be able to adjust the armrest itself up or down, forward and backwards. So there'll be, 4 adjustments basically. So my wife's a tiny lady, so I would imagine she'll want them, close to the backrest or to the case itself. I don't think she'll want the armrest out extended, and I think that she would want the armrest in the higher position. So going by that, and again, not a big deal. If she would like them adjusted later, it's 2 screws. So I changed my driver over to T30, and we're going to just simply put the armrest on there, and then I'll go over on the other side and then put them through so that the armrest itself is higher and back. Already? No, sorry, lower and back. Already? Let's get that done. Okay, so here we are with everything reinstalled. I got the passenger seat back on, the driver's backrest, and the passenger armrests are now installed. So tools that I used, I guess I got a T15 and a T30 with the nut driver. I've got that there, as well as a 7mm Allen socket for doing the armrests, and then that body panel tool. So that was for doing the cuffs that are on the passenger handrails. So that leads me into a couple of things that I do not like about this BRP kit. For the amount of money that you spend, which I believe was $639 Canadian, it's a substantial amount of money for a product that I would think, or I would have thought that the fit and finish would be a lot better. So what I mean by that is, you can see the plastics. I mean, it's not the tidiest. It fits in there nice, but there's just some gaps that are there that were not there with the other trim pieces. And these cuffs that are on these handrails, there's no real way of tucking them in to make it look like it was before these passenger armrests were installed. So I did my best. I got the body panel tool, tucked everything in there. I mean, the front ones are nice, but where the armrests themselves are, not a very good quality fit, in my opinion. The powder coating on the outside is fantastic, but I don't know if you could even see on the passenger side. On the passenger side, you can see the aluminum. The aluminum shows through the powder coating. So a very thin layer of powder coating. So I'm not a fan of that. You would think for the money that you spend, the powder coating, not a big deal. They should have been a lot thicker. And that's just my opinion. But the reasons why I got the passenger armrest for my wife is I plan on doing some longer distance rides, and I want my wife to be comfortable. And one of the comments that I hear repeatedly of passengers that are on these back of these Spyders is they get some fatigue in their shoulders and their arms for longer rides. And they've noticed that once the armrests are installed, it kind of takes that stress and all that discomfort away. So I want my wife to be comfortable, because if she's not comfortable and she doesn't ride with me, chances are I'm not going to be riding as much. So I want to do some distance rides. I want to do some longer rides, and I want my bride to be with me. So I want her to be comfortable. Now, it also gives the passenger a sense of security, because you've got the armrests that are going to be tucked in beside you. You can adjust them, kind of like what I did. Now, I'm only assuming that that's the adjustment that she's going to want. Now, once she's on the back, she may want it to be, forward a little bit more, or she may want it higher. So again, 2 minutes, doesn't take long to adjust. And that leads me to another thing, is the overall install. I'm going to say for somebody that's going to do these armrests, I'm going to say about 30 minutes. That would be, a little bit on the high side, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm going to give you, maybe out of 5, this is a difficulty of maybe 1. So there's really not much to the install. It's just the fit and finish I'm not a fan of. I would have thought that BRP would really, their quality control, even if they're not manufacturing it, their quality control should have caught this and asked the manufacturer, whoever's doing it, to do a little bit better job. So again, that's reasons why we like the armrests, or I think my wife's going to enjoy the armrests. I like it so that, when you're getting on and off the machine, you can just push that armrest. It's kind of hard with one hand, but let me just get that here. You didn't see that anyway, but you can just tilt that out, and it gives you a little bit easier access for your passenger. So my wife's a tiny lady. Some passengers that are, layered up because they're riding in extreme weather conditions, whether it's rain, late fall, winter time, they're going to be bundled up. So they may find themselves to be a little bit more restricted with the armrests on there. So now, one thing I didn't know, or I don't know, is if that top case, if you have to remove these armrests to get that top case off. So anybody that has the armrest that's removed the top case, can you let me know whether you need to remove the armrest, or whether you can keep the armrest there and just remove the top case? So yeah, I would appreciate that. So again, anybody that's new to the channel, just stick around. We got some upcoming videos, some parts from Sling Mods that I'm going to install. And also anybody that's returning subscribers, I appreciate you guys. The channel's growing. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. So give me a big old thumbs up if you got any value out of this video, and stick around. We got some more upcoming videos that I'm sure you're going to like. Thanks from Rides and Tides Adventures. Catch you on the next one.